today's activity you need some drawing pencils if you have them. I've got a B, a 2B, 4B and a 6B, a black biro, some black and white images that we're going to be able to cut apart. And that's all we need today. This activity is for all age groups, from 5 years old to your grannies and your granddads, and it will be the outcomes that are different. Each age group will bring its own beauty to the activity. And this one is a lovely butterfly drawn by my clever little neighbour, Eva, who is 9 years old. It's a really delicate little wing and the shading is beautiful. And here is a lovely tiger, done by another little friend, Jake. He's a very cheerful little tiger. So not one picture will be the same, and that is the beauty of art. Everything is always different. Now, find yourself some black and white pictures. I've printed these off the computer and then I've cut them. And I'm going to use part of them to make a start for a picture. Get some Pritt stick and stick it onto a sketchbook, onto a piece of paper. Half a tiger, and now I'm going to extend the picture so it becomes mine. I can look at the other side that I've left behind to help me with ideas, or I can just imagine sort of like a mirror image of what I'm drawing. So I can see a stripe. I think I'll just use the mirror image idea. I can see a stripe coming in here, so I'm going to draw a stripe on the other side of the tiger's face. It's very dark, so I've changed my pencil to a 4B. And it's a bit like doing a mirror image of the same lines that I see on this side. And I can use all that I've learned about shading to help me get it just how I want it. Don't make too dark parts, stripes, and then the fur in between is a little lighter, so I'm not going to press so hard. I'm going to keep those little movements backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Putting the other eye in is often quite difficult. If you measure between the eye there, the corner of the eye, and the picture, and then try and do the same again on that side. So the corner of my eye is going to be about there. And I'm going to sketch in the shape. When you're drawing, it doesn't matter if you make any mistakes. If you do it very loosely to begin with, so you put lots of lines on, and they're not all going to be right. But when you've got one that you think is the right line, then you can just make that one a bit darker. In this part, I can see whiskers here. So I'm going to try and leave some little lines of white. I'm going to draw in some whiskers, but I'm going to leave that tiny bit of white in between, which will become the whisker. So I'm going to shade up to those lines, but leave that little bit of white in between. That will give the impression of some white whiskers. There's another one. So I've done both sides of the whisker, and I'm going to just shade up to each side and leave a little tiny strand of white in between.
Again, that little whisker mark. To use that bit of white. I'm going from dark to light and make it almost not notice by just gently easing off the pressure. So here where I have dark eyes, so let's put a bit more dark in, I can show you. Some dark in, I want to blend the two. Just add a bit of pressure where the two join.
So there's another one. This is my dragon. And I photocopied my dragon, but I've taken the head off. So there's the photocopy bit. The head was the most exciting bit, so I'm going to make my own face and head up there and extend it round as far as I want, really. But it's a really good way of, if you feel a little bit frightened of drawing, or it never quite goes right, or you put a few marks on and then you say, oh no, it's no good. It's a good way to get started. Have some confidence because you've already got something there on the paper. This is a part of my sketchbook where I was putting some leaves and the way the sunshine shines through the leaves. So it's a good opportunity to do a pencil on that. So I've photocopied a leaf and I'm going to extend it. I was looking at butterflies. So again, I've got a little black and white butterfly picture, which I'm going to cut in half. And I'm just going to use that half, stick it in. And this is a bit more like the other, like the tiger, because I'm going to be using my pencil to make the sort of symmetry to make the other side. Again, those sketchy marks to begin with, so that when I find the one that I like most, I can just darken it. The rest will become my shading. Choosing to use a biro with this one because it's a dark picture. I think pencil might just look too light. I'm just trying to look at the symmetrical patterns here and work out which bits need to be light and which bits need to be dark. If you have got a mirror, it might be useful just to be able to look at the symmetry. You could also use the other half of your picture to get your ideas of how the shape goes as well. When I've blocked off my general shapes, I'm going to just start working in with my biro. Similar techniques to before with the pencil. Where it's really dark, press harder and cover more. It's really important to remember that this activity is for all ages. It's from 5 years old right up to your grannies and granddads, and the outcome will be different. So don't expect your pictures to look perfect or the same as each other. They'll look very, very different. I have been drawing for quite a few years, so mine will be different to somebody who hasn't drawn for so long. They're all equally brilliant. This is